We're going to talk about some simple truths, principles, things that we can fall back on, realign with, retune to when we're going through life and it's just a whirlwind of and everything in between. I'm Ali, nice to see you. Hope you're good. Sometimes in the world, life happens. It can be a whole whirlwind of everything, every emotion. It's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's really helpful to have a few simple core principles or truths that you fall back on. First of all, it's not about being happy all of the time. It's not about being super positive all of the time. And if you're not super positive and you're not super happy, then you're doing it wrong, or you're doing life wrong, or it's I'm not in flow, it's not all working out. It's not about that at all. Life is always two things. Life is always two things, the duality of life. To really appreciate the sunshine and the warmth of the sun, we need to know the darkness, we need to know the cold to appreciate the hot, and vice versa. Everything is always two things, and this is a thing we forget, generally speaking, the most when times are difficult or times aren't quite going how we want them to. They're not quite in flow. We forget sometimes that everything is two things. So what do I mean by that? Not everything, it's not all about being happy and positive and joyful all the time. What do you mean? Well, thanks for asking. It's about getting to know yourself, so you can navigate through life when you're hit with a busy time and it's like a whirlwind, or you're experiencing grief, or you're experiencing a slow point in life, or a transition, or you've just been dumped, or you didn't get the job you wanted. You know what I'm saying? There's loads of points in life when it's just not all, everything's amazing, I'm so joyous and happy and ecstatic. I believe that the sooner we realize and remember that it's not all about the yays, then we kind of can tap out of life in a certain way and on a certain level and appreciate it more and detach from the need and the want and the desire to be in it and on it. And I don't know what that was. I guess that's high vibe energy just going pa 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 pa. I like to say this little phrase every time I'm thinking about this stuff, and it's no mud, no lotus. And if you know anything about the lotus flower, it comes out of the muddy swamp every single day and emerges and opens up and unfolds. All the mud and the grime and all the just flows off the petals, and it opens up and it looks, well, you know what a lotus flower is. It just looks amazing and it's pristine and it represents beauty. And it's there in the swamp, and people walk past if they see it and go, oh, look at that beautiful lotus. And people, oh yeah, it's a nice little lotus. And the lotus is there, it doesn't care, it's just like, yeah, check me out, check me out. At nighttime, it closes back up and it retracts and it goes back down deep into the murky waters. And it's such an amazing life lesson. There's so many life lessons in nature. You just have to connect with nature on a real simple level and see what it can teach us. And the lotus flower is a perfect example of, I like to think, figuring out who you are, what you are, how you navigate life in the darkness and in the sunshine. So a lot of us go through life, like I said, it's just all about the sunshine, it's all about the yay, it's all about the up, 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 up. And if anything bad happens, it's like the rug gets pulled from under us and we don't know how to navigate it, and it takes us down, and it's just so brutal. One of the things I like to do is remember that I am not my thoughts. Thoughts are merely passing through. Like if you look at the clouds in the sky, the clouds are like thoughts, and they're continuously just moving around. Probably not like that. If you see any clouds moving like that, you might want to check your cup of tea. You get what I mean? The clouds are moving, they're flowing through life, and the space in between is presence, is the now. And sometimes we get attached to these thoughts, and some of these thoughts belong to the past. And some of these thoughts belong to the future. we generally go through life and we're bouncing between these past and future thoughts, these clouds in the sky, thinking about the past. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, where was that? Oh, I've got to do this. Oh my God, I'm so nervous about that. Will I be able to do this? Oh, because remember when I did that? I'll be okay. Oh, but that's way in the future. We're safe in the past and the future. And we jump between constantly. And what we didn't get told at school is there's a third option. Be here now. And separate yourself as often as possible from this thinking mind that's stuck replaying the past and playing the future over and over again. Because the future thoughts, that's where the anxiety is. If you've ever got anxiety, it's most likely that you've been thinking about what might happen, or overthinking. And then you get short of breath and and then the body takes over and it's game over. And if you've ever got depressed, which I'm sure we all have, it's most likely because you're replaying the past thoughts over and over again, and it pulls you into that slow and low vibration. So the key here is to observe the mind, just as you go through life, as you go through your day, and just watch if your thoughts are jumping to the future or the past. And of course, we've got to use the future thinking for imagining and dreaming and planning. And we've got to use the past for, oh my God, where did I put my keys? Where's my pen? Just figuring stuff out. But coming back to the middle, the present moment, where reality really, truly only ever is the greatest gift. And you can go through something difficult, horrific, a big obstacle, and everything in between. And if you can remember just to come back to the present moment, right here, right now, and allow the past to be the past. Sorry, this Brie, you've just thrown me. That's a bedtime story voice. Ali's bedtime stories are coming up soon. So this is just something I play with all the time, is remember. The simplicity of the present moment is a gift to cultivate. It's so simple to do, and it's so simple we forget to do it. And also, give yourself a break. You never got taught it. And if you did, you're so lucky. Some people have amazing parents and teachers and guides and older brothers and, whoever who shows these little tips and tools, these, simple practices that are life-changing. So much so that I want to just have a little sip of tea. Whew. So nice to see you, everyone. Thanks for joining Insta and TikTok. I'm just going to share maybe one more awesome little tip. Okay. Thought number 2, principle number 2, truth number 2 is there's never been a time in history, as far as I'm aware, of total peace. And I know that sounds like a major downer, but I don't want it to be. I want this to be a moment where we think about this. Well, I don't know. Do you know, has there ever been a time of total peace on earth, total harmony? As a coach, as a guide, if you're doing anything like this that I'm doing, if you're, or even just on your own journey, remember to tap out of that, to tap out of trying to fix the world, your environment, your community even, on the micro level, on the macro level. It can be a major distraction to you living your life and being your true authentic self. We go through life and we're constantly scrolling through and taking on all the distractions of the world. It can lower your vibration, it can pull you down, and it can set you back. And I'm not saying to not do what's right and expose the bad and keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on so you can look after yourself, if you know what I mean. It can affect your mental health, I hear. Vi Queen says it's fixing itself through our own journey, exactly. So the point here is to forget about it. Forget about this trying to fix everything else and everything's outside of ourselves. And maybe play with the notion of just fixing this and fixing this. Have your mind and your heart as your mission. Fix this if it needs fixing, and fix this if it needs fixing. And if it doesn't need fixing, just be and just emanate love, emanate peace, emanate harmony. See where you can be a good person today. See where you can reach out. See where you can tell someone that you love them. See if you can share some of your knowledge to someone that you know would really benefit without wanting anything back, and see how that makes you feel and see what comes of it, if anything does. Essentially, all I'm saying is there's no mud, there's no lotus. Remember, if you're going through the mud, if it's difficult, if it's a trying time, if it's slow, just know that you might be brewing something amazing. You might be creating, cultivating just what you need for the next step. And it's not always about on, and up, and everything's just popping green lights all the time. Because if it was, then maybe we'd never really appreciate how amazing it is when life is amazing. So the second thing is there's never been a time of total peace, so focus on you. And if everyone did this, maybe there would be. Who knows? But it doesn't matter, because it's not even about that. It's about you. It's about you and your life right now, right here, right now, and how you can enjoy this experience and live your best self and live your best life. So finding your mission, committing to your mission, repeat. Whatever your mission is, just find your mission and just commit to it. And that could differ from day to day. I'm not saying it has to be a definite mountaintop mission. It might just be, Monday's mission. Commit to it and repeat, and come back to the heart and work on you and give yourself a break. Just keep showing up. Give yourself a break. Push, do good, give yourself a break. So I'm going to leave it there. I've been doing massive long lives, trying to keep this short. I don't know how long that's been, but it's been lovely to connect. And I'll leave you with this. Check out the Big Transformation course if you want to look 20 years younger than you are. If you want to find that mission, if you want to live your purpose, if you want to clear all that needs clearing from here, if you want to work on everything that you need to work on up here, and you want some guidance, you want some accountability, you want some encouragement, you want some inspiration, you want pushing up that hill, you want to figure out where that hill is and what that hill is, you want to figure out that picture of life, and you want to know how to do it. The Vice Queen says, life-changing course, follow it. Her words, not mine. So check the link below. Check out the Big Transformation. It's currently cheaper than it's going to be, so now is an amazing time to do it. I hope to see you soon on the next live I'm going to be jumping on. Thanks everyone for showing up. It's been great to see your names and faces. I love you lots. Have a wonderful evening, if it's the evening. And I'll see you soon. Big love. I'm going to turn off you. Oh, wait. That didn't work. Oh, no. Here we go. Bye-bye.